Well, hello there, and it is Auntie, and I am here to do our live chat and nightcap talking all things Love After Lockup, Season 1, Episode 6, A Race to the Altar. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been with Auntie for the long haul, through it all, everything. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight I got my little red cup special. Daco, okay? I ain't drunk. um, and we are going to cheers to all things love after lockup. All things Garrett said that he proposed because he loved her. Okay. All things Dominique and Mary got their groove back. All things hashtag free Alla from her addiction. And all things Andrea takes her children across the seven seas to be with Lamar. Clink, 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 clink. Let me tell y'all something. I am so delighted to be out here. We only have one more episode left, and then after that, it is completely and totally over. What will Auntie be reviewing? I don't have a clue. But while we are here, this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna put my glasses out there, and I want to see who came in first, because I know y'all like that. It was C. Is that C. Scott? Oh God, your little name is faded out. But anyway, it's something Scott. She said, hey, and then Samantha Asia was right after her, and then our girl Trisha, and then Samantha. Okay, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe she said something again. Let me find her name, because I want to. Here you go. C.I. Scott. Yes, boo. Thank you for being first. Okay, okay. When I thought about, back in the day when we used to come out here and do these lives, I used to sing a little bit of song. And tonight, Auntie feel like singing that little song. So you know what? If you're not interested in the song, move ahead, okay? But you know what? No, I'm going to incorporate it in. Anyway, y'all, so I'm excited to be here. Let's go ahead on and get started. The first couple that I want to talk about is our boy Scott. Scott is sitting by the dock of the bay watching the tides roll the hell away. His girl Lizzie is basically, still in jail, still incarcerated, has no plan and no opportunity to get out, because guess what? She got caught with some drugs and a cell phone. Scott is just clipping away at the weeds and everything, in his yard, and basically he needs a whole overhaul of that mofo. So, his girl, shows up. My girl Shay Shay. What's up, Shay Shay? What's up, boo? So she shows up and she's like, oh, okay, what's going on? You ain't been answering your phone. So he was like, what's going on? You sick of something? You haven't been answering your phone. Lizzie ain't getting out. Lizzie got caught with drugs and a cell phone. Oh, really? I could have told you that. And he's like devastated. He's like, he's out there clipping the yard because he'd rather do that than to get one of these, like that one right here, red cup special. So she's like, you really basically needed to send her more money. Why don't you send more money? Your beer and everything costs money. Do you know how much he could drink if he didn't have to pay for that? So basically, he sits down and, now at this point, he's clipping the cement because he's so devastated that she's not coming home. Basically, she's telling him, you know what you need to do? You need to end this. While you have an opportunity to end this relationship, Scott, that's what you need to do. And Scott is like, no, I'm a ride or die. I told her that I would stick it out with her no matter what. And this is my no matter what situation. And you know what? Kudos to you, Scott, for holding it down for your girl Lizzie. But let me just say this. When you went to the jail the first time, you and your son, and you traveled those 5 miles, Lizzie hadn't did anything to clean out or she had not made any preparations to get out. Girlfriend knew at that time that she wasn't getting out. She knew she had that cell phone, and she knew damn well that she had drugs. Why she didn't tell you the truth about the matter, I don't know. But I tell you what, Lizzie knew that she was not getting out. And so now here it is, you got to pay $14,000 to hire an attorney to try to speak on her behalf and try to get that ass out of jail. You know what? It's not going to work. I don't see it working, and I think that is why the producers have not spent a lot of time on this particular storyline. We're seeing it hither and thither and all of that kind of stuff. I'm wondering if it's the same thing with our girl Angela and Tony. Something to me seems a little bit awry with that relationship too, because they're not spending a lot of time on it. The ones who have gotten out and all of that kind of good stuff, they are, showing us their lives, and we just kind of riding along. But with these two, they in and they out, and so I just don't see any hope for these particular couples. Now maybe Auntie could be wrong. I don't know. But if I was a producer, if I was a company and it was my production, I wouldn't spend a lot of time on a couple that doesn't have anything that's going to, play out on the episode either. So you know what, Scott? Good luck to you. I'm sure that there's somebody on the outside who is looking for an overage, dirty, oily type looking, older guy who's an alcoholic and got weeds in his front yard. I'm sure there's somebody out there for you. I don't know if they're on my channel or not, but if you're out there for them, holler at them, sir, take their names down, and, and we'll see whether or not we can make a love connection between them and our boy Scott. Because at this point, Lizzie's not getting out. There's no damn way that I would pay $14,000 for nothing. Ain't no ass, no nothing. I wouldn't do it for the D. I wouldn't pay $14,000 for the D. I wouldn't call her back for the D. I would never go back to the jail for the D. I wouldn't even think about the D. Okay? That's me. That you may be a little different, but that's me. And so now we're going to move on to our other couple, Dominique and Mary. So we see Mary. Mary is at, a bridal shop. The little girlfriend that she was with, I thought before that I had missed out on the episode or something, but evidently I didn't, because I never got who the girl was with her. Guess she said, you know what, I'll be on here with you, but damn if they ain't gonna get my name. I don't blame her. So, we see them going to the wedding shop and everything, and she's tipping in those heels again. Mary, stop wearing them heels, girl. You do not know how to walk in them heels. But anyway, we see her walking, and she talking about, I don't think I'm going to look good in a wedding dress or anything like that. The ugliest woman looks wonderful in a wedding dress, okay? You don't have nothing to be concerned about, boo. That white would, it'll blur out some of that big lip that you got. It'll blur that out when you put that white dress on, because white corrects stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, she's in there with her girlfriend, and she's putting it on, and she's like, I look good and I look beautiful and everything, but I don't even know if I'm going to get married. Because, Dom, who used to be, this party boy and used to be real excited, he just act like he doesn't care anything about me. When I touch him, he don't want to touch me back. He doesn't want any parts of me. And basically, he's changed. Okay, Mary. Okay. So if any of you all are following Mary on Twitter, hi, Mary, because I know your ass out here. Hi, Mary. Let's go ahead and get that over with. Hi, Mary. If any of you all follow Mary on Twitter, she is always coming out there trying to correct something that she's heard or something that she's read or something that Auntie has said. Now, according to Mary, Dom is just a shy type of guy, and that's why we see Dom acting the way that he's acting. That's some bullshit. That ain't nobody buying that, Mary. You can go ahead and sell it, but nobody's buying that. Dom is not a shy guy. He doesn't want this big wedding. He goes on to tell her, I don't want a big wedding or anything like that. Okay, all right. He doesn't want a big wedding. He doesn't want to come home and have to be trying to marry you. Plus, when he's looking at your lip, he doesn't know whether or not somebody in the club smacked you or what happened to you. But he's not that interested. Now, a lot of people allegedly are saying that y'all married. Y'all keep saying that y'all not married. But you know what? Excuse me. At this point, I believe all the couples that were going to get married are already married. I don't see them having this finale without us seeing somebody get married or releasing that information. So, okay, congratulations. You don't have to keep it up with the show. We know episode 7 is next week, Mary. Now you said that Dom is, that you're gonna ride or die for Dom, but he's changed on you and all this old kind of stuff. Okay, but then you're gonna hold it down for him. And I'm just thinking to myself, that ain't what he said. What he said was, I don't have time. That's not one of my priorities. Jill changes you. What Dom got arrested for was that, it's come out allegedly that Dom actually hit this guy so hard that they had to put the guy in an induced coma. So you think there wasn't nobody waiting for Dom when he rolled up in that joint? Dom's whole life has changed. When he gets to the apartment, he brings her some roses and everything. He's talking real slow, and he's like, I wanted to give you these roses, and I know we've been fighting a lot, and, I want to say I'm sorry, but I don't want, my priority is not to get, married right now, and I don't want a big wedding, and I just want to go hit. He's so robotic in the way that he's talking. Basically, she's like, so where does that leave us? And so Dom is like, where that leaves us? That leaves us right here. I don't want a big marriage, but I do want to marry you. So now he goes into the bedroom and he gets him a little bit. He takes her shirt off and he falls back on the bed, and all is well with their relationship. But let me just say this, and I don't mean to offend anybody. I just don't know whether or not a person can, and maybe I'm just blind. Y'all leave it down in the comment section and let your auntie know, because I'm an old head, so maybe I don't know. But I don't know whether or not I will be having sexual relationship with somebody who's been in jail that long. Like, I would need you to take certain tests, and I would need those tests to be come back. I need to see the results of the test, and then I would need you to get retested again, and then I would need to see the results before I'm jumping up in the bed with you. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know if you muddy at the bottom. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if you was playing around in mud. So I don't know what you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you have. And so, because I don't know if you've been playing with mud patties and that type of stuff, or whether or not you was dealing with creamsicles, I don't know what you was doing. So for me, I ain't gonna just sit up there and have sex with you coming straight up out the jail cell. I don't know. Evidently, whatever Dom has been through, y'all, he has really been traumatized. Like, this guy is like a robot. Everything about him is robotic. And I just don't know whether or not I can have sex with him. Same thing with Andrea. I don't see how they doing this, but they are. So, okay, somebody school auntie. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can get schooled. He is scared. Oh, she said, tell auntie. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes, Jen. She said Dom's soul got snatched up. It really did. Hello, Auntie. Good night. Hmm. Who was that? Ages 1601 said he was a prison wife. I'm just saying. I don't know if he was playing in the mud or not. I don't know. But I tell you what, Auntie would not be having him pull no shirt up or nothing else up, boo, until you get a checkup. Several checkup. Bloop. And there you have it. Straight out of your auntie's mouth. I couldn't, I don't see myself doing it. I just do not see myself doing it. All right, so the next crazy couple that we going into is Cotton freaking Garrett and Jonna. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? So we got Jonna. She is so excited. She is like, I'm getting ready to meet Papa Son up in this park. And I just want to find out, I just want him to find out that I'm engaged and I want him to be happy for me. So she gets out the car and everything, looking all dumb like she usually do. And she's like, hey, Dad. What's up, Dad? Hey, Dad. Dad. And the father like, what? What? I's engaged now. So Dad was like, okay, so what? You engaged, what? So, she's like, ain't you happy for me, Dad? I want you to be happy for me and everything. And the dad was like, y'all engaged, and I'm hoping that it stay right there. Dad was like, I don't give a flying what? Don't show me no ring. So she's like, Daddy, come on now. I want you to be excited. I thought you would be excited. He was like, so the man, proposed to you. So you want me to think he's Sir Galahad? He only proposed to you, Jonna, because you was pressing him out. And that's exactly why he proposed to her. Because he had already messed around and didn't come home for the night. He had a drink the first time. When he was supposed to be drinking with her, he was drinking with somebody else. So he's done just so many mess ups. And so, I'm trying not to cuss up on Miss Marty Dottie. He done messed up so daggone bad, he had to buy a ring. He didn't even have a choice. He went out there. And here's the thing. Where the hell is Garrett getting all that money from? I didn't know you went to jail and you came home a millionaire. Garrett got more financial resources than SunTrust Bank. Where the hell is Garrett getting? He's getting money. It looked like almost like New York. Like Manhattan and Citibank. He got money on every goddamn corner. I'm saying, where the hell is he getting all of this money from? He said he hit his grandmother up for $5,000. His father gave him money to get the ring. He's sitting up here and he can finance a car. He working down here at the little casino down at the beach in Florida. He making sure his face is all cut up and, his beard and all of that stuff. Like, where the hell is Garrett getting this money from? Is he getting it from his alleged stripper girlfriend, Miss Natural? Like, where is he getting the money from? He bailed Natural out of jail, and that cost him $2,000. Where is he getting the money from? Somebody help me understand where he's getting his money from. Because this... I gotta calm down. Gary, where you getting your money from? Did you have a stash somewhere? Was one of your homeboys holding some money to the side? Let me know what was going on. Because Garrett is out here living better than a whole lot of people. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, stop the price. You mean to tell me that this look like it's about three? Right here it says 185. So I know that's times 3. You mean to tell me y'all ain't hit that thumbs up button when y'all came up in here? You mean to tell me y'all came up in here to see your auntie and didn't even hit the thumbs up button? Okay, there we go. It's going up. Thank you. So she's talking to her dad, and the dad was like, look, you ain't never waited on Jack. Every time you get somebody in your life, John, and you want to be married, the dad said, I'm happy for you. He took and grabbed her. The father yoked her. Well, Dad, I wanted you to be happy for me, and I wanted you to be this. He was like, the man, look, y'all live together. Go ahead on, John, and continue living with the man. Be happy in that. Your ass ain't happy about anything. You're complaining. You're going through a whole lot of problems with the man. The man's not coming home. He's going to the strip club with his boys. He's doing everything he's not supposed to do. Look, get a the damn get a get a grip on that ass. The dad stopped in his tracks with the coffee cup, sitting up on the back of the girl's neck, like choking her. I said, okay, Daddy. Okay. Daddy said, I'm sick of it. So, she's like, Daddy, I just want you to be there. I want, when my daddy walked me down the aisle and everything. He was like, look, have you ever asked the man, does he want to be with you because he loves you? I don't believe that that's so. Ask the question. So John is like, well, Dad, why would I ask the question? I would assume if he gave me a ring that this is what he want. And the dad was like, this is not what he want. You pressed him out for the ring. So, basically they going back and forth, and the dad was like, you'll never wait for nothing. Everything you want it right now. And I'm sick of it. Daddy took the coffee, threw the coffee cup on the ground. Park rangers out there looking for him. She was like, Dad, that was too much. I'm out of here. Yeah, because you know what, Johnny? Your daddy just as crazy as you are. He got ADHD too. Except for his is an ancient ADHD. You understand what I'm saying? He just as sick up in the head as you are. And he's sick of your bull crap. You going back and forth with Garrett. At this point now, she wants to leave. No, don't leave now. Don't leave now, because I'm going to tell you one thing about Dad. Dad ain't got no cut cards. He's not hesitating to say what he wants to say. He's not hesitating to tell you exactly how he feels. He's got to be a Leo, because I'm telling you right now, he quick up off the tongue, and he don't give a rat's behind what Jonna think about anything. He choked her ass up at that park and threw that coffee cup because he is sick and tired of Jonna. So next thing you know, we see Jonna the next day in her car, driving like a bat out of hell, going to Garrett's job. Now, good daggone well, you have got to be really jacked up and messed up in the head anytime you're going to take time out your day to go to somebody's job and confront them. That's like what ghetto girls do when they mad and everything and they can't. So she shows up. Garrett's like, oh, Lord. I gave the girl a ring. I'm thinking, okay, I gave her a ring. That's what she wanted. That's going to satisfy her. But no, that ain't enough. Because now it's just this on top of that on top of this. So she shows up at Garrett's job and everything, y'all. And it's like, he was like, give me 5 minutes. God, give me 5 minutes. So, she gives him a little 5 minutes and everything. And he's like, come on, let's take it outside on the beach. What? So she was like, I talked to my dad today. And my dad kind of choked me out and gave me a wake-up call. Basically, my dad thinks that the only reason why you proposed to me was because I was harassing you. And I have been kind of pressing you out, about this and that. And I have been acting like you're warden and, like I'm in charge and everything and like I'm better than you. And I've been judging everything you're doing. And I have basically told you if I don't get a ring, you need to get up out my house. And I know you basically don't have anywhere to live right now. So, why did you propose to me? So he went on and, he thought about, cell 15 and what was written on the wall on cell 15 for all the inmates, you know what I'm saying, that's going out in the street. They got different cells, and in different cells it's almost like a library up in that joint. You go to cell 15 because that's where they tell you, what to say when they ask you why'd you propose. So he went to cell 15. He remembered it. He had memorized it because he knew he was getting out. So they was going through like drills. What do you say when she asks you if you want to marry you? What do you say to the father if the father asks you, are you serious? Okay, go. I say that, I have changed my life. I am reformed. Okay, drill. Okay, cell 13. Okay, so basically he done looked up on the wall. He done memorized it. No. I proposed to you because he was thinking about his homeboys in his back because I love you and I want to be with you. Yeah. Good job, Garrett. We didn't buy that, but it was enough for her. Then he remembered what he saw written on the wall in cell 20. When all else fails, call their bluff. Ask, ask them to elope. Garrett called her bluff. That was written on cell 20 wall. He said, you know what? Your dad is in the way. Your dad always got something to say, So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead on the elope. Well, no, I don't want to elope now. I want 150 guests there. I want, the cupcakes at the wedding and everything. Because we had already saw that they were sitting up there already looking at cupcakes. And if a man, excuse me, y'all, and if a man doesn't really, if he's not into that, he don't want to be sitting up there eating the cupcakes. She already told the lady that she planned on inviting 150 guests. And so Garrett already knows she cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. So, next thing you know, we see them on the beach and he's like eloping. And she's like, no, way to call her bluff. Because it looks like from the next episode that he ended up calling her bluff, getting the tux and all of that, and she out there on the beach without her daddy and her friends, and she didn't go through with it. Now, as you all know, there's been a lot of controversy that has been going on a Twitter and Instagram with Jonna. Jonna has released the mugshot of the girl Natural, aka Nelly, who allegedly is in a relationship with Garrett. She also released out there on Instagram allegedly that she was cheating and that she's the one that broke up with Garrett. But Nelly came out and said, no, boo. That ain't how it went. Garrett broke up with you. It appears that our girl Natural or Nelly or whoever she is allegedly, was allegedly incarcerated back in December. And our boy Garrett came up with $2,000 and bailed her out and took and had the paperwork sent to the house. So Jonna found out about it. But so now she wants to come out and do an interview after next week's episode, telling us the info and the hot tea on it. Let me tell you, by the time she tell it, it's gonna be cold because she's telling everything on Instagram. She's telling everything on Twitter. What more does she have to say? We already know that he got an appetite for the swirl. And this is a girl. Allegedly, this girl got a little baby. I don't know whether or not it's his or not. It doesn't look like it's his. But I'm just saying, the tea, by the time we get it, like Jonna, you knew that this man wasn't the man for you. You held it down for him for all these years. That's what they do. They lie to you and blow smoke up your butt and tell you what they're going to do and tell you who they're going to be and how they're going to be and what they're going to do for you. because all that stuff is written up on different cell blocks. They got the cell block, they got cell block education up in there. Just like when you be getting little love notes and all of that kind of stuff, all that stuff is like on the cell block. You know, they just pass the information down from generation to generation, from cellmate to cellmate. You get a little rose, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bye. Get it up, girl, bye. This man doesn't care anything about you. And then he goes to a strip club, and allegedly now he's dating a stripper at the strip club. And this is the kind of man that you wanted to be with, and you want to marry, and you want to walk down the aisle. Let me tell you, boo, you just dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. Thank God that you were able to dodge that bullet. Let him go with somebody else. Don't nobody want him. Get over it. We don't need you to come out on Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we here for it, though. I mean, you know, if you're going to come out, you know, clean, because we here. We are here for it. We want to hear about it, and we want to know about it. So, there's a YouTuber that's out on, you know, the YT that's supposed to be doing an interview. Told John if she wants to come out and give an interview, that's fine. But you know what? I don't want to interview John. I want to interview Garrett. So if anybody knows Garrett's Twitter address or his Instagram page, you let him know that Auntie's advice on the YT would love to interview with him. I don't want to hear what she got to say. I want to hear what he got to say. Matter of fact, if you got Nellie's Instagram or Nellie's Facebook or Nellie's Twitter handle, holler at your girl. And that's who I want to interview. Jonna has already talked enough. I don't want to hear her anymore. She's not my warden. She ain't the boss of me. I don't want to hear a damn thing she got to say. But I sure would be curious to hear what Garrett got to say. Show enough. Let me put my glasses on and see what y'all saying out there. But Trisha said, we looking for Garrett. Yes, Trina Connor, I want to hear all three, that we get the whole story. I don't want the whole story. I want the trash. Bertha Jackson said, will do. That's right, Bertha. Thank you so much for all of the emails you sent me. I got every last one of them. Thank you so much. How Roxanne gonna be sitting out here and saying, who is Nellie? She's natural, boo. Yes. Kanisha Sweat says, yes, Auntie, she just needs to move on. Okay, let's do it, said M.I. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Okay, no, they looking for love in the right place. Auntie, I will be tuning into that interview. Okay, I want that interview. Jonna was delusional from the get-go, expected to Netflix and chill with Garrett. So silly. Yes, Gigi Riviera. Hey, Jen. Yes, Sydney Bivens. She said, LOL, Auntie, you messy and trying to stir the pot. No, yeah, I'm messy. Just a little patty, too.